The Caps sure are putting up a lot of football scores this season. Caps win 8-1 over a shell-shocked St. Louis Blues team that by the end of that third period looked as if they would rather be literally anywhere else in the world. Not my problem though. Let's get into the scoring, babes, because there was a lot of it. First period, 59 seconds in, end to end, Connor McMichael revs it up like a jet engine, Snipe City, 1-0 for your Washington Capitals. Slicing through that neutral zone like a knife through butter is the 23-year-old. Assisted by Jakob Chychrun in his first game back from injury. Welcome back to him. And the Blues, they then get a goal off of an icing call that traps the Caps' third line in their own zone for an extended shift. The Blues take advantage, Perunovic 1-1. And that is Perunovic's first ever NHL goal. You know, I mentioned it a few videos back. If there is one thing that always holds true, no matter what, it is players scoring their first ever NHL goal against our Washington Capitals. But that's all right, because you know what? That's the only goal that the Blues would get tonight. So good for him. He can keep the puck. We'll keep the 2 points. And the first period would end 1-1. The Blues had the only 2 power plays of the period. They got most of their shot total for the period on that second power play that they had. The shots were 10-4 in favor of the Caps at the time that the Blues got their second power play. And again, when you have as much puck possession as the Caps do, right, there are certainly calls that could be made the other way, but they don't call any of them in that period. You shouldn't be out shooting a team 10-4 and yet down 0-2 in power play opportunities. But I digress. Second period. Oh, looky, who found another cookie? Who else but Alex Ovechkin? His 9th goal of the season already. Dylan Strome avoids absolutely everyone in the neutral zone somehow, slicing and dicing. Not great coverage here by the St. Louis Blues, but credit to Dylan Strome because he really made that look easy. Like I said, just cutting through everyone there. Carries the puck up through the neutral zone into the Blues zone, dishes over to Alexei Protas, and Protas with the quick, beautiful pass straight back across the other way over to Alex Ovechkin. And Ovi shot this thing so hard that they didn't even know that it went in at first. Everyone kind of looking around for that puck there, including Jordan Binnington. But Alex Ovechkin, he knew that it was in. His Capitals teammates knew that it was in, and it was indeed in. The referees, though, having to take a minute there to find that puck and pull it out of the net as it actually got caught up in the meshing there because he shot that puck so freaking hard. What a rip. 2-1 Caps. And then it's Jakob Chychrun. Welcome back, baby. And you know, Connor McMichael, he won't get an assist here, but he got this whole play started with a beautiful pickpocket of the Blues player in the neutral zone. The Caps get the puck and turn it around quickly back into the Blues zone. Tic-tac-toe, Tom Wilson to Pierre-Luc Dubois finds Jakob Chychrun straight to the back of the net, baby. What a shot. 3-1 for your Washington Capitals. I say again, welcome back, Jakob Chychrun. Signed this man to an 8-year contract extension yesterday. The Blues get another late period power play, but the Caps again kill it off. Great penalty killing there. And so it remains a 3-1 game heading into the third period. We like that. But oh boy, do we like the third period even more. Third period, Caps finally get their first power play of this hockey game after Pierre-Luc Pierre-Luc Dubois. I'm not even going to edit that. I'm just going to roll with it here. After Pierre-Luc Dubois, splits the defense for a breakaway and he gets hooked. Could have maybe been a penalty shot, but we don't mind taking the power play, and I'll tell you why. Because Alex Ovechkin, he's got his second goal of this hockey game and 10th of the season and 863rd. Oh my goodness, of his NHL career. Assisted by Dylan Strome and Tom Wilson 4-1 Caps. And then approximately a minute and a half after that, Rasmus Sandin, he's on the board once again. A beautiful play by Mike Sgarbossa. I think he was maybe on his way to getting a penalty shot here, as he was also hooked on a breakaway. The referee had his arm up to call a penalty, at least, whether a penalty or a penalty shot. But we would never get to find out, as Sgarbossa makes a nice dish behind him and finds Rasmus Sandin sneaking in. Rasmus Sandin puts it in, and it is 5-1 for your Washington Capitals. Assists, like I said, to Sgarbossa and Andrew Mangiapane as well. And then Connor McMichael, he gets his second goal of the night on the power play for the Caps. Dylan Strome, man, he draws like every single St. Louis Blues defender to him. They all converge on him in the middle of the ice, and then he just, sneaks a pass down to Connor McMichael like it's the easiest thing ever. Threads that pass through to find Mikey sneaking in, and Mikey now is all alone going in on Jordan Binnington, and he walks him, man, just completely walks around Jordan Binnington and tucks this one in. 6-1. Wow, for your Washington Capitals. Assists, like I said, to Dylan Strome and John Carlson. But, ooh boy, we were not done there. Andrew Mangiapane, he is going to find Mike Sgarbossa, again, right down by Jordan Binnington, sneaks the puck down to him behind all of these St. Louis Blues defenders. My goodness. You got to feel a little bit bad for the Blues netminder in this one, as this one really got away from the Blues defense here, the way that the Caps were passing the puck around in this game, just zipping it around, and they could not find where they were going at all out there on the ice in this game. But yeah, Mangiapane, he finds Sgarbossa down low. Sgarbossa with the nice tip past Jordan Binnington, 7-1 for the Caps. Mangiapane obviously with the primary assist on that one, and Martin Feravari gets the secondary assist as well. And then just about a minute after that, John Carlson, he walks in down low, carrying the puck pretty much almost right up to the goal line, and throws it out front to Brandon Duhaime, and he puts that one in. That is his third goal of the season. Assists, like I said, to John Carlson and Taylor Radish as well. And it is 8-1 for your Washington Capitals in St. Louis. Blues fans, they were not happy. 8-1 is your final score. So let's talk about a few things here, right? Alex Ovechkin on pace for 59 goals. What year is it? He is second in the league in goals right now this season at 39 years old. I would be shocked if I hadn't been watching the guy for 20 years and knew what to expect. And you know who else is also currently tied for second in the league in goals? That would be 23-year-old Connor McMichael, who is also second in the league currently in even strength goals. Second in the league, even strength goals. 23 years old. Remember when the kid could barely get a shift under Peter Laviolette? Good times. Ovi is not far behind him, by the way, as only 2 of Ovi's goals have come on the power play. The grade 8 is currently tied for third in the league this season in even strength scoring. 39 years old. Dylan Strome, check in. Yup, he's still very good. 3 more assists for Stromer tonight, who has blossomed into not only a legit number 1 centerman during his time here in Washington, but he has also blossomed into a legit star at this point, on pace for 129 points this season. He is currently second in the entire league in assists. I've said it once, I will say it again. Thanks, Chicago. One man's stupidity is another man's number 1 center. And by the way, I forgot to mention, but with one of Ovi's goals tonight being the game winner, that gives him 131 game-winning goals now in his magnificent career. And so that puts him just 4 back now of catching Jaromir Jagr for first place all time in NHL history in game-winning goals. Captain Clutch. And lastly, Logan Thompson. Let's talk about Logan Thompson. He starts his Capitals career 7-0-0. That is a franchise record, and he was phenomenal tonight when the game was still close, making several big saves, basically up until the point that the Caps offense took off, and this became somewhat of a laugher, but up until that point, like, this was a tight game, and Logan Thompson, he had to make several big saves to keep it a tight game until the Caps, like I said, could start potting a few, and then this one obviously kind of got away from the St. Louis Blues at that point, but point being that this does not become an 8-1 game unless Logan Thompson makes those saves. So a big congratulations to him on starting 7-0-0. And yeah, then the Caps offense took off and the rest is history. All right, Caps fans, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I personally am excited to have a few days off here, not because I don't want to make these videos. I totally do. I'm having so much fun doing it, but just because you guys have been leaving me so many great comments on these videos, and I do have a very busy life, a very busy schedule, and so I haven't yet had a chance to get back to all of you guys. So I am excited to have a few days off here. From, the Caps playing games. I won't have as many videos to make, obviously, coming up in the next few days here and in the next week. So I will get a chance finally to get back to you guys with your great comments. So I'm excited for that, to chat with you guys. And yeah, for the Caps part, their next game now is not until Wednesday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Please, dear God, like, you guys know, okay? You guys know, I live in Canada, and so we have up here, it's like Sportsnet, TSN, these are the sports channels, right? How can I put this eloquently? My goodness, the way that these stations up here, these sports networks, talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's like, I can't, okay? I can't do it. Caps, please, win this next game, okay? Like, really, I really need you to win this next game so that I do not have to listen to these guys, these talking heads, talk about how the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to supposedly win the cup, as they are supposedly going to do every single year for the last, going back like forever now, my entire life, okay? They talk about them every year like they're winning the cup every single year, like it's a sure thing, like you should bet your house on it. My God, I can't listen to it anymore, Caps, okay? Please, win this game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, though, seriously. It should be a very good game. I believe Austin Matthews should be back for that one. He's missed the last few games with a minor injury. He really wasn't scoring anyway leading up to that. So we'll see if he's back. We'll see what he can do against the Caps. I'm assuming that Charlie Lindgren will probably get the start in that one, as the Caps have been just alternating back and forth straight up. But yeah, great game by Logan Thompson tonight. My goodness. And what an audition for him, by the way, as Armstrong. Obviously, he's in the building with the St. Louis Blues. He is the guy going to be picking the roster for Team Canada upcoming for the Four Nations tournament. So great audition by Logan Thompson there. Certainly looked a lot better than his counterpart Jordan Binnington did at the other end. Although, like I said, I think a lot of those goals, you really can't hang them on Jordan Binnington. Like, it really wasn't his fault. The Caps were just kind of eating the Blues defense alive in this one here tonight. But yeah, for Logan Thompson's part, a great audition by him. He is starting to gain some traction and get some talk as far as Team Canada's roster goes, as we do not have a lot to choose from there, to be quite honest. Like, our goaltending up here, in terms of like the men's side and, for the Four Nations, for the Olympics coming up, it is not what it used to be. Like, it's not like back when we used to have like, prime Carey Price and prime Roberto Luongo and all these guys. It is not like that anymore. We're talking about possibly Stuart Skinner. What the fuck? Like, no, not Stuart Skinner, when Logan Thompson very clearly and very obviously exists on this planet, in this universe. No, not Stuart Skinner. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Anyways, I am dragging on now. So again, babes, just wanted to thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, until next time, which will be on Wednesday against the Toronto Maple Leafs, Until next time, and as always, let's go Caps.